Well, you know, like how I like the Housewives
Yeah.
franchises. So I had a break for a few years, didn't I? And I've recently caught up with a few of them.
Like by binge watching loads of them
So I'm caught up with New York.
after a solid day of watching New York. Like a full-time job. No, I'm just...
No, this is like over a few weeks. So I've caught up with New York Housewives. I'm caught up with Beverly Hills. I'm caught up with Potomac as well.
Uh-huh.
Great franchise.
Do you know where Potomac is?
Washington.
Oh, okay.
Just outside
Okay.
DC.
Okay.
And that's the closest I can pinpoint it to.
Because I would have never in a million years
To
would
be
have heard of
honest,
that place.
I'd never heard of that place until this series came out. The franchise
Interesting.
came out. But yeah, that's a good one. Potomac. So the ones that I watch, I think are the best ones, really, because there's plenty of drama in them.
Right.
And they're just interesting to watch. And the housewives, some of them aren't even housewives, to be honest. They're not even married, but anyway, the people, the women.
So they're
are
like, the ones that are not married are like rich socialites?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Or that they could be friends of, or like they're like associated somehow. They're just in the clique, do you know what I mean?
Right,
Or
okay.
sometimes they don't even know them at all, but they could be well known in that area. So the cast recruit them and then like make them be friends. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like fake a friendship.
Yeah, fake a friendship. Like, I don't know, go and have some afternoon tea together before we start rolling next week.
Okay, like priming it almost.
Yeah.
Okay,
Get to know each other, and then we're filming
Get
next
some
week.
chemistry because
Yeah.
we're going to be on camera next week.
Yeah, like this is, I don't know, Kelly Rowland, everybody. You've heard of her, she's famous around
Is
here.
she in one of them?
No,
Oh.
that's just an example.
Okay.
But yeah, so yeah, Beverly Hills, New York, Potomac are my favourite.
Your favourites?
Yeah, my favourite as recent.
Okay.
And then because I'm caught up, and obviously I have to wait till the next season.
Yeah.
And I'm getting withdrawal symptoms, so I thought I'd watch the others and have a look.
Okay.
But because it's been like a few years, I don't really know. Like some of them, I don't know which housewives are in, which housewives are out anymore.
Yeah, like what's going on? Yeah.
Yeah. So I had a look at. I never got into Salt Lake City.
Okay.
Never got into that. I had a look at.
Are they
Atlanta.
Mormons?
Not all of them.
But kind of.
I think they're what.
Okay, go on.
there was a couple.
Atlanta, yeah.
Atlanta. Couldn't get into it. Did used to watch Atlanta, but I don't know. I think it went downhill a bit.
Atlanta is the one with that controversial husband, isn't it?
Oh, which one?
That husband who was doing things to like camera crew.
No, you're thinking that's Potomac.
Oh, okay. Carry on.
Potomac.
Okay, so you never got into Atlanta. Carry on.
I like that you remember stories from these housewives that I've told you.
Because I think that whole that wasn't been Potomac. That whole circle was pretty wild.
Yeah, it was.
One went to jail. One came out of jail. One's never going to jail again. This guy's going through court case, like dealing with camera crew, doing inappropriate things. It's all caught on camera.
Yeah, there's a lot of court stories, jail stories.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Atlanta, I thought no.
Atlanta.
And then, just by chance, then I thought, oh God, what's it called now? No, it is Atlanta, sorry.
It is Atlanta.
Atlanta, I'm talking about, yeah.
Yeah.
So, when I said I haven't watched it in years.
Yeah. And then you caught up with it, and things are like...
Yeah, so I caught up with it. And it was good timing because it just released in March, the newest season, season 16. And it was like action-packed from the first episode. And it was also the season... Portia's back, and Portia's one of the...
Is she the single lady?
No.
Oh.
I'll say OG because I don't know if she was in the first... No, she wasn't in the first few seasons. However, she has been in like 9 seasons. So you can kind of call her a semi-OG if you like. So she left in season 13 and she's come back in season 16. Now, I stopped watching in season 13. So for me, it was like... I took the break, and now I'm back, and she's back as well. So
So like for you, there's no break.
yeah. So like basically, I left in season 13. She left, and where I got up to was she basically hooked up with this married man,
Right.
and it kind of showed you the scene where she met this man.
Flashback.
It was through another housewife.
Uh-huh.
So obviously, like, she got a lot of backlash from it.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Yeah.
And then she left, and what's happened is she's left that man some drama.
Uh-huh.
Okay, he's tied up in some, like, I don't know if it's tax evasions or whatever, but he's in some mess, and they're separated, and now she's come back. So obviously, like, naturally, the other women are going to question this relationship, like, why are you separated, why did you, and like the first episode in, this housewife I've never seen before, she's a new one, I think she's called Brit.
Mm-hmm.
She just like comes out and questions Portia, like, why did you hook up with a married man?
Oh wow.
Like, straight up, like, no mercy, fearless. And everybody was like, you've just met. And then she goes, oh, nice to meet you, I'm Portia.
Oh wow.
Like, how about, do you know what I mean, do your normal greetings
That's
first.
a bit crazy.
Yeah, so that was mental, and I was like, oh my god, this is going to be a good series. And also I noticed Portia had a friend, I can't remember her name now. Portia had a friend,
Don't
and
worry
she
about the
was
name.
also, she was just in like she was just like a friend of back then, and you'd see her like tag along to parties, and she'd be invited to stuff as well, so she was on it, but she wasn't a housewife. Yeah, she didn't hold the peach. But like this series,
right, you gotta be a housewife, you gotta hold the peach, that makes you a housewife.
Yeah, so
core cast.
Yeah, so this series, she's a housewife. And I'm like, oh my god, that is not her. She looks so different. Shamia.
The difference.
I can't remember her name now.
Doesn't matter the name.
Right, oh my god.
The difference a few mil makes, eh?
Honestly, I was shocked because she looks like the richest housewife in Atlanta.
Okay.
Like, not just in the show, she looks like the richest housewife ever in Atlanta right now. Like, she it was her birthday. She had this big wild birthday party at hers, and Portia was there, and all the housewives were there, and her husband just like bought her this like new grand expensive luxury brand
Bentley.
new bloody Rolls Royce
Bentley.
Do you know what I mean? And like all the housewives were like, whoa. And even Portia, like, a lot of the comments were like, Portia wants her life. Portia is jealous of this friend.
Oh no, so
she rocked up late.
Jealous of her
And then
friend.
when her friend was like, you know, unveiling the car and having her moment with the husband, she kind of like pushed in there and like got her face in with the cameras.
The spotlight
and
and that.
Yeah, trying to share it. So yeah, people are saying like she's jealous of her friend secretly. You know, one of those like, you know, secret friend, but like, I want to be you, I want to have your life kind of vibes.
Yeah.
So yeah, great. I think I've watched 2 episodes of season 16 so far, but apparently it's going to be juicy because another housewife called Kenya, who she's a very shady, very messy housewife, but she's also just funny as hell. Okay. She's just really entertaining to watch. Like, you wouldn't want to, like, I could be friends with her, but I'd also be like wary of her as well at the same time. Like, she's kind of scary at the same time. Loose cannon. Yeah, she can be with a mouth.
Stray bullets.
Yeah. So she gets into trouble in this series. I've not watched it yet. I don't know if that episode is even like out yet, but there's a snippet of it in the trailer, and it's also like on the news kind of thing. But basically her and another housewife get into trouble because this new housewife, I can't remember her name, she basically threatens Kenya. I think like, I don't know, I think it's like gun related.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think she said, oh, like, do you want something coming after you, or like basically threatens her a little bit.
Holy moly.
So like it's a life-threatening situation.
This is what happens. You lock up Diddy, and people are trying to fill that power vacuum.
So she's there like all guns blazing at Kenya at this event. I've not watched this episode yet, by the way. And then what happens next is, apparently, I've not watched it yet, but Kenya then has an event. I think it's her event. It must be her event, because otherwise I'm sure you wouldn't just be so open and out and crazy about this. She then basically reveals some, how do I say this, pictures of that housewife who threatened her, and people are saying like that's basically revenge corn.
Oh, okay. I didn't expect it to go down that direction.
And that obviously is not okay. So apparently Kenya has been suspended from the series, and it's because of that, what she did in that episode.
Okay, well, but wait a minute.
me?
Wait a minute.
But people are arguing like they both should be suspended.
And that shouldn't even be aired. Like, it shouldn't be aired that she's done this.
Well, I think it's blurred.
I know, but my point being is that they've aired that this imagery exists.
Yep.
And it's out there.
Yep. I know, messy, right?
And that's bad for like the person, the image, the probably legalities around that for the person, mental health, lots of different aspects.
Yeah.
However, it looks like what they're doing is really
capitalising on it. Yeah.
And of course she's suspended, which means that she's going to come back. So it's all just for show, really, isn't it? Fair enough. I suppose if everyone's okay with it, they're okay with it.
To be honest, with these Bravo shows, right, these housewife shows, not just this franchise, all of them, they have done some like shady stuff, like some of them, some
the
of these
production
housewives to each other.
Oh, there's housewives.
And the production, like that's the thing, like you don't know where, there's no like stopping sometimes, like they don't know where, like should they have aired this, should they have aired that, like they don't know, and obviously they want the views.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That like there's competition between the franchises. Like Potomac was the best season like 2 years ago. Like the amount of drama that came out of that, it was great. So they always want to like top each other.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? The rivalry and like, oh, we should make this one a bit more entertaining and let's just air it. Let's just see how it goes. That's why it just gets so messy. And but it's questionable because some of the housewives, like Portia, for example, that I mentioned earlier, technically, like she got into some like really dirty stuff herself. She said some lies previously about another housewife, which is very damaging to her brand and her family. She should have been suspended. That's an example, but she wasn't. Do you know what I mean? She left on her own terms and stuff, which is not what all housewives can do, a lot of them. So sometimes it's favoritism, you know?
Yeah. Interesting, actually.
But yeah, it's a very entertaining season for Atlanta.
Yeah, that does sound like a lot happening.
A lot happened in like 2 episodes.
Yeah, that's a lot. So they're looking at like season winners perhaps this season potentially.
But the mix up of the cast for Atlanta this season has been great. I mean, I've not watched it for 3 years, but this one seems good. And I don't know if it's because of Portia and Kenya, but I like it. So I'm going to carry on watching it whilst I'm waiting for Potomac, Beverly Hills and New York.
Okay. That's crazy. I thought things couldn't beat Potomac when they were like with that husband controversy, because he was very controversial in my opinion. The things that are coming out about him.